Yale Entertainment and Yale Radiocast. If you feel like you're the person to talk about politics, sports, entertainment, and more, Yale Radiocast is giving opportunities to those who are interested in a career in podcasting. We are now being heard by over 20 streaming platforms, including iHeartRadio, Pandora Music, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and more. Let Yale Radiocast be the brand that delivers your voice to the world. Contact us at YaleRadiocast.com or email us at yaleent1@gmail.com. The Yale brand is the gold standard, and this is Yale Radiocast. Get the business.
Hey, it's your girl, Kay Chantel, your favorite one from Women in the Mic. I have a question. Do you own your own business and need advertising? Do you provide a service and want to increase your clientele? Well, bring your advertising needs to YaleRadiocast.com. We are on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, and iHeartRadio. We offer graphic design, web design, and video services. So, not only can you grow your business with Yale Radiocast, you can also listen to the hottest independent artists. Go to YaleRadiocast.com and get with the gold standard.
That's why the Soldier 23 project came into being. So I didn't have to reinvent the wheel. I just put the program under the nonprofit, and he's very supportive. So we sort of support each other's visions. So now we're out here helping veterans get their benefits, because I wanted to know what was driving the depression, the anxiety. And normally when you're not able to provide security and finances for yourself, that's a huge pillar. So that's one of the things that we do. We give them the guidance and resources on how to get their benefits.
Yale Radiocast, the gold standard of online radio. We already bring you all hits all day, but this one right here is for my hip-hop heads. Tune in to Lyrical Exercise Radio. All bars, all day. You already know how we bring it from the East Coast to the West Coast to down South and even international. Hip-hop ain't dead, it's right here on Yale Radiocast.
Understand your role, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's usually at a point where your people probably don't try to set you up with something. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always believe that, you know what I'm saying, if I was in that position, I would give my people jobs instead of just, oh, nigga, I'm just gonna give you $100,000, knowing I know you're gonna blow it in 3 months and then be right back. And we ain't got nothing to show. We ain't invest nothing. We ain't gained nothing out this $100,000. It's just $100,000 gone. And now you need some more because you broke.
It's your boy Young Nino checking in, man.
What's going on? This your boy Ether.
This presidential worthy, vote for me. Rap Analytics, man. We up in here.
Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday, 9 p.m. on YaleRadiocast.com.
We want your perspective. We're going to give you ours.
Man, if you into this hip-hop culture, we got all the information you need.
We're going to be breaking down everything from old school to new school, battle rap, fashion.
Anything that has to revolve around hip-hop, we're going to bring it to you from today's perspective for what's popping in the news right now. Hip-hop, rap analytics go hand in hand.
Rap Analytics, YaleRadiocast.com, baby, we live.
Billy D. Williams. I am the president and chairman of Accountable Youth. I want to see them come in with a want to change, an open mind to knowing that a violent reaction is not the right reaction. As they go through the program, they're starting to see that now they're accountable, now they're leaders, now they're responsible, and that's why the last piece is promotion of fatherhood, because when they turn 17 and they graduate, now they have all of these character traits that they can carry on with them. But more importantly, when they become fathers, they can instill that in their kids.
I'm still healing from it, but I had a friend, my writing partner, Aaron Lamont. Mm-hmm. He understood what I was going through, and I literally didn't really say anything to him. He just was just like, I got you. Because I was just like, I know I need to sing about this, but I don't even have the words anymore. And he sent back this song, and it was just like, you just need to breathe, Brittany. It's just a moment in time, and you'll get through it. And I know that I'm not the only one. So that song sat there for 2 years because I wasn't ready to do it. It took me like 5 times to go back to the studio and do it because I couldn't get through the song without crying. That's how torn and worn I was because I just didn't think I was gonna sing anymore. I didn't want to do it. I was tired of being hurt and tired of people just misleading me. Tired of putting my all into it, and I feel like I wasn't getting anywhere.
The world says keep praying, don't feel like praying no more. They tell me keep waiting, feel like I can't wait no more. They say good things come to the...
Hey, it's your girl Tiki. Please be sure to check out Women to Mike. We discuss a little bit of everything from men that ain't to women that do anything for a piece of.
Let's get deep about this. What if your girlfriend is the type of chick that every dude she dated give her body to, she claims that's her man, when he claims it's just a situation?
For that 350, that's the rollback. So what he do? Hold on, baby, let me get this loose chain out the car. He ain't gonna hit you with, here you go, baby girl. Yeah, she gonna still be calling him Mr. Clifford. I gave it a 23.
But yeah, check us out Saturday from 11 to 1 and Wednesday from 7 to 9. Tune in to Women in the Mic.
Yale Radiocast, now on Pandora Radio. This is the Yale Review on Yale Radiocast.com. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Saturday and welcome to the Male Review. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in the studio with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen on the flagship show.
Say that again.
It is the flagship show.
Oh, whoa. For the people in the background.
For the people in the background, the flagship show.
Let me mute Tyrone's microphone.
Yeah, please mute Tyrone's microphone. The League of Extraordinary.
See that? See that drop?
That just dropped it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Wild Saturday with the Male Review. Myself, Mark L, is in the building. What's going on out there in Radio Land? Also, to my right, my esteemed producer and the name of the studio and the name of the show.
Say that part again.
The name of the studio and the name of the show. The face, the man who pays all the bills, ladies and gentlemen. Dialing Yale himself.
I can end that part.
You can end it right there. You can end it right there. You can end that part.
Hey, Terrell will verify. He can pay all the bills.
Okay, the man that pays most of the bills. What they say? What they say on? Wait a minute. What they say on Wikipedia? Citation needed. My man, Dialing Yale. What's good with you, brother?
What's happening, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Male Review on Yale Radiocast, part of Yale Entertainment, man. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Apologize for our moment of breaks for everybody. We had some things that we had to set forward and get done and take care of. So we need a little bit of time off.
That's it.
But we're back.
We are back, y'all.
We ain't going nowhere.
And
you know that man that you be trying to get rid of?
Yeah.
Until he pop up at your doorstep.
Right. And speaking of that, Terrell Roberts.
Hold on. And you be like, God damn it. He ain't going nowhere. Come on in, motherfucker.
Come on in. Just come on in.
They act like they don't want us here till we up on that doorstep.
So
like,
show up.
Well, I know what he do when he here.
And also coming from the undisclosed location as always, not always, most of the time, our brother TR. Brother TR, how you living, brother?
Yo, we in here handling our business, man. I mean, some adversities for sure, but man, that's how you know you're alive. Hell, if you ain't never failed, you ain't never lived hard enough.
Okay, that's right.
Okay.
I know that's right.
Hold up, and then we have another guest, dude.
Oh, we have
another guest, dude.
Yo.
She is in here kicking it with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. But if those of you who are friends of the show, y'all know what it is the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen are really kicking it with her.
I know.
She is always dominating our streams and always putting in some hard-hitting text. The beautiful, the lovely Dr. Trey in the building. Today.
Hello. I am not. I only do that because you guys need someone to talk to out there. So I just kind of feel that way. It's a pleasure to be here.
Dr. Trey. That's Trey, not Trey.
Dr. Trey's in the motherfucking house.
Yeah. Welcome, Dr. Trey. Welcome, Dr. Trey. You are TR's absolute favorite person in the whole world.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he would have wanted to be here while you was in the studio, but he be drilling. So
Mark didn't tell me on purpose.
I didn't tell him on purpose. That's what it was.
That's some of
Surprise!
didn't tell me on purpose. Right.
Hey, well, that's good.
One day, TR, we're going to be in the studio together.
Yes,
yes. Right.
And that's going to be on Mark L After Dark. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Mrs. TR might have something to say about that. Let's hold on a second.
Yeah. Miss TR be there. Miss TR be there.
Miss R. Hey, somebody got to hold the camera.
Real interesting show if Miss TR going to be there.
Somebody has to work the board.
Right. Well, y'all, thank y'all again for tuning in. We are doing a free balling show for those of you who are friends of the show. Free balling is when we don't have any specific topics set up. We just kind of get together and chat like old friends. We talk about all the things that have happened to us, things that we've seen in society, still going through that filter of what males see in the world, right, and a woman. Because we got Dr. Trey in the building here to go ahead and offer us a little bit of levity and try to keep us honest.
You know what? Dr. Trey, with your extreme, astute list of questionings and, opinions about expertise as it is, you question a lot of content that we discuss here at the Male Review.
As you should.
As you should. I would allow you to go ahead and actually run and be the director of the show today.
Oh, you put me on the spot, Diamond.
Yeah, I know.
It
That's
bees
why I do.
like that sometimes.
That's why I do. So you can actually run the gauntlet on questioning and the topics today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She is actually, we're going to call it challenging the mail.
Yeah. Yeah, you would be checking the mail today.
Checking us mails.
Yeah.
We like that. We like it sometimes.
Are you sure?
TR, are you sure with that? Are you cool with that, TR? Are you cool with that, TR?
Absolutely, man.
I can go deep with the question.
Whoa.
It might get a little, y'all might get a little rattled up in here.
It's okay. We can handle
you
it.
okay? You can handle it?
I think Mark L likes rattling.
Hey, I do like to rattle some things, but that's on Mark L after dark. We'll talk
He gonna stop.
I won't stop with the shameless
this
plugs.
non-existent show.
Shameless plug.
I'm gonna mute his mic every time. He been speaking it into existence for 5 years now.
Perfection takes time.
See, what had happened was it was supposed to come out in conjunction.
See what had
with
happened
my
was
mixtape.
every
But
live
Ballin
starts with what had happened
my
was.
project so long now that the hip hop that I was doing is on the level of Rapper's Delight, and we doing new stuff now.
No, what had happened was, I gave it a test run.
He did, and
you could find the first 3 runs of Mark L After Dark on a CD.
On a CD
at a liquor store near you.
Have y'all seen? When last time y'all seen a CD? You mean that? You know what? That dude was using to clean the dust off the counter last time.
It served a purpose.
It did. It worked. So anyway, y'all, thank y'all again for tuning in. We definitely are glad that y'all tuned in with us. We had a couple of technical difficulties before we started the show. However, we are here, we are live, and it's hot. If you want to call in and talk to us, our phone number, of course, as always, is 678-586-9241. Or you can go ahead and chime in on the stream, which it seems like a lot of people like to do. Y'all don't like to talk.
They don't want to talk.
But y'all do want to put y'all's comments up, so I'm going to have to read them the way they come in. So misspellings and all, y'all just going to have to get it.
Y'all going to have to get it.
Because
they be there. I be rushing. I said, oh, that's a good topic.
I know, right? So I'm just saying.
It be 3 S's.
Y'all go get it all. So we got a couple of things that we could touch on and we could talk about, man. Let me talk about some things that I've seen pop up in media and in society just recently. One, I want to go ahead and definitely I want to shout out to those people who were fans of Brother Michael K. Williams. If y'all remember him, he was Omar on The Wire. He also recently played on a very good show that is actually canceled now, but everybody was really into it. That would be Lovecraft Country. Michael K. Williams, we want to go ahead and definitely give a shout out to his family and his fans. He passed away suddenly. Was it a couple of weeks back now? Since we've been off the air, so we just wanted to go ahead and definitely put that out. Hey, this man was a dynamic actor, man.
You know, I didn't see The Wire, so go ahead.
But
that's my black card.
I'm gonna tell you something. Listen. If you have not seen The Wire, it was definitely a good show. It definitely won some awards. His character in The Wire was one of the greatest TV characters I have ever seen. And this man, I've seen him in several things. He was also in Boardwalk Empire, which was an HBO product. He was on that show, and he's been in a lot of other things. His character always stood out. You always knew who Michael K. Williams was. One of the things was the fact that he had the signature scar. Now, let me tell you about that scar. I believe it was a birthday, from the way I understand it. And if anybody can call in and correct me, he was having his birthday party. There was an altercation in a bar where he caught a bottle across the face, and he had to get stitches and all this other stuff. And it gave him this signature scar that was across his face. That whistle, that Omar whistle. That whistle. I'm gonna start. We're gonna start one of them shows with that whistle. Because when people heard that whistle in The Wire, like somebody knew that it was about to be something going down. Somebody's gonna get shot. Somebody's gonna get robbed. Anyway, what I'm saying is this brother was a dynamic actor, a dynamic performer. He got the acting bug late in life, but he was one of those actors that stood out.
Drop your laundry and turn slowly. And to remind you who I am.
Listen.
Omar, isn't it?
That man, Omar, boy, listen.
Spread the word, darling. Omar back.
Look, this dude was the scariest dude in the hood.
Omar fucking Little.
Omar Little.
I heard you found Omar. I never lost him, my friend.
Listen, people scattered. Look.
He's got Omar?
Oh, shit.
Who's Omar?
Who's Omar? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, again, just shout outs to brother Michael K. Williams. Definitely a big loss, but we definitely hope he rests in peace. So just giving a shout out definitely to those who were fans of the various shows that he was on, and definitely to his family. Yet another loss in the community, but hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, his body of work speaks for itself. If you get a chance, check out The Wire. If you get a chance, check out Lovecraft Country, and just look up Michael K. Williams to go ahead and get the joy of this brother and how he honed his craft in acting.
TR, were you a fan of Michael K., brother?
I was definitely a fan of his acting. I, like you, did not see The Wire, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of disagree with Markel on the Omar character. I looked at it, brother. I don't know what it was, but he sold everything else to me. And look, let's get these people in jumping on me. He did not sell that one damn role to me. He did not sell it for some reason. I don't know what it was. He did not sell that, but everything else.
Lovecraft was great, though.
Lovecraft was fantastic.
Lovecraft was great, and it was so great that he provoked me in a way of like, look, if I can hate the transitioning of your character, but believe that's your true transition as that character, great acting. So I mean, but Omar, to me, I dig what you're saying. I mean, I like the idea of that dude in the ghetto, in the neighborhood, that once they show up, I don't care how hard you is, they scatter. I like that idea, but I'm just saying, as far as acting wise, that's that one role that he didn't sell to me, Mark. I mean, I apologize, brother.
No, you ain't got to apologize. I say this, check, if you get a chance, man, I say I always say this for new shows, give it 3 episodes. See 3 episodes and then see how it goes from there. And then decide from there whether or not he sold the character. Because, I mean, that character, the thing about that character, and let me just go ahead and break these eggs right now. The thing about Omar's character is not only was he respected and feared in the neighborhood, the fact that his sexuality was a big thing with the Omar Little character. Just like in Lovecraft Country, if anybody saw Lovecraft Country, I don't really want to present any spoilers, but the subject of his sexuality was important. And when you think about men in general, the subject of our sexuality always comes up. Am I right, fellas?
Right, yes.
It's something that, we hear things all the time. He's dressing like this, he must be this way.
Or when I cuss a woman out, I'm gay because I hate women.
Right. So the sexuality and also the masculinity always comes up as a part of the discussion.
Right.
So the fact that his character was so, and I'll use the terminology that they use even when they described it, his character was complicated because he was presenting as a homosexual male in the show, but it did not take anything away from his maleness. I need y'all to understand what I'm saying here. Him being a homosexual male did not take anything away from his being a male or being someone to be feared. Not to say that you can't be feared if you're a woman or a man or any of the other sexual designations that we have nowadays. Yes. But it was definitely conflicting when you deal with a series as gritty as The Wire, because it was about the street, and you don't think about the streets.
And that The Wire, from what I can say, was probably a little bit before maybe the LGBT community have become more accepted or understood
around that time.
So it was like right before where there was still a lot of
hemming and hawing and back and forth.
Yes. So and that was that was part of the change in the viewings of a gay man, actually.
Correct.
I do know that part,
Correct.
because I never knew, the character was gay. I'm like, okay, so, which changed a lot of my personal perception of gay men.
That's correct.
You can't be this way because the ignorant views of a gay man is somebody more feminine.
Right.
Can't be from the streets. He can't be this type of guy. And now I actually always say, well, he's gay. Well, how do you know that?
Right. That's
because he act like this, and that's an assumption. So I do know that is part of the change of the perception.
That is correct.
So, which is.
I think that kind of character, what it does is it makes it clear that there's a difference between like our gender presentation and our sexual orientation.
Correct.
Sexual orientation, who you're attracted to.
Correct.
Gender presentation is how you show up.
Look at Dr. Trey over there.
Somewhere in the middle. It's two different things, but people don't really get that often.
It is two different things, and you are correct. You are very correct.
You got an opinion on Michael K. there?
You know what?
Trey?
I did not watch The Wire. I did watch Lovecraft Country for a little while, and I liked his character, but I didn't watch a whole lot of his stuff, honestly. My thing about him dying is that he was only, 54?
Yeah, he was young. He was a young
child.
man.
That I don't like to see anybody. He might
succumb to death at such an early age. Yeah.
I be thinking like, Lord, people dying in their 50s. I'm like 49, so I'm like, I'm ready for the second half of my life where the kids are grown and I can kick it, and folks out here dying at 54. Yeah. That always strikes me more so than even what the person did. Whenever I see that, but then I'm also happy to see when it's someone that's an artist that they left something here for us. They left something to enjoy their work.
So I think we got our first topic.
Oh.
What are we leaving behind?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because the legacy. Go ahead, TR.
I was just going to say that was a great statement. That was an absolutely outstanding statement, because I agree with her on the actor leaving something as far as his craft, as far as what he was about, rather than him just what led to that, or how we feel about what led to that. To me, that's just like, look, I'm gonna tell people right now, as far as R. Kelly go, I still sing. I mean, and what I'm saying, as far as left, he's not doing music no more right now because he's in jail, correct? But I'll tell anybody, I'll sing R. Kelly in your face. You want to know why? Because we still sing the Star Spangled Banner.
We going hot. That was a post I put up. Let's go there, brother. Yes.
We're still sitting up here singing stuff, knowing the background and knowing the history or whatever. Why should we be harder on our people than we are on other people? Come on. We still sing the Star Spangled Banner, knowing that we were enslaved. We still put our hands over our heart. We still serve our country or whatever. And we're proud of that song to a certain degree, because we're proud of the things that. Well, I'm gonna put it like this: I'm proud of the things we got right. I'm being honest. As a country, I'm proud of the things we get right, and I don't only isolate the things we get wrong, but still say, you know what? I wish that I could move out of this country. Nah, I'm not going to Africa. I don't work well with heat or chasing or running from lions. So,
Oh my God! Mark, fix the moment. Fix it, Mark. Mark.
Okay.
No.
So
Jesus fix it. Jesus fix it. Jesus fix it.
Basically,
so Jesus is here to take the wheel.
He's going to remain in the United States. He does not want to live anywhere else. We're going to just leave it at that. But I tell you. So, all right. So that also is another thing that just happened in the news. Of course, that we're talking about it. R. Kelly was actually convicted of his charges in New York State. They hit that man with a RICO charge, though.
Man.
Wow.
Yes.
With a racketeering charge. Now, I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but they really did hit him with the RICO charge. They really did make an example out of him. I'm going to say this. Here's my thing with the R. Kelly situation. I think that for harming those children and those women in the way that he did, he should absolutely have to serve all the time they give him. He should absolutely have to go through whatever he needs to go through as a citizen. My question is going to be, are they going to use this time to attempt to rehab this man so that he could get out at 70 years old or 80 years old? And,
so you think the system is actually for rehabilitation?
Well, that's the thing. So that's my point. So one of the things that I like to figure out as a man, when you talk about these other countries will arrest people and they'll put them in jail and they'll literally try to rehab them, give them a new vocation. They legitimately believe you're a citizen who made an error in judgment. You messed up. We're going to put you here to kind of give you a timeout, and we're going to teach you how to do it a different way.
Whoa. No. We're not doing this today, Mark.
What we not doing? What we not doing?
This is becoming a new segment. between me and Markel.
Oh, what Mark is not doing
We're
today.
not doing this today.
I was just going to say that.
What we're not doing today.
You started out with other countries.
Yes.
That is the end statement. You really want to compare the garbage ass United States. I stay here.
To the upper room.
Shout out to the upper room. I know you want. Hey, holla at me. I want to get you in for an interview. We really going to compare the United States to other countries.
Well, yeah.
The one country. Go ahead, Trey.
We live here.
Why not?
Trey,
we live here.
Well, I think that. Well, I'm gonna say this. I don't like to compare the United States to any other countries.
Okay.
For one thing, there's too much diversity. Which other countries are we talking about? I mean, we got countries.
You gonna compare the United States to China? Let's start with China.
The culture. I've been to China. The culture is so incredibly different. The history of China, even parts of China, are different from other parts of China. I mean, so it's really difficult to do these intercultural comparisons. I do think that if we look at the United States for what it does for its own citizens, there are problems in the justice system.
Oh, well, shit.
Period. I mean, we don't. That's been documented.
Yeah.
We can look at. We don't have to compare the United States to other
definitely
countries.
is. Yes.
We don't have to compare
Iraq,
to
Iran.
identify the problems that we have here internally with our own. You know what I mean?
But let me ask this: when you're dealing with, let's just say somewhere like Iraq or Iran, do you think that there's a racial undertone of how it will be structured on a legal representation, or how it is controlled racially?
And see, I as someone who's never been to Iraq or Iran, have never lived in that culture, I'm
going to ask you to guess, doctor.
I'm not comfortable with. All I can speak on is that we have a system here in our country that is.
What we ain't gonna do is.
That is.
What we ain't gonna do is.
We have a system here in our country that is based on race. It's racial based. It's built like that since it started.
Yeah.
I can't talk about Iraq. I don't know.
But you can talk about what we have going on
here. I
here.
can talk about what we got going on over here. I can't.
T.R., what's your take on it?
I say, don't get on this damn show, Trey, and start backpedaling, man. Don't get on this damn show, man. Come on, man. You my girl, man. Come on, don't get on this show.
Listen.
And be polite. This ain't the polite show. This is not the
you
polite
being
show.
so polite.
It's the polite show.
We talk rough up in here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Listen, we have our own issues. America needs to mind its own damn business. Stop
Hey,
fucking around
TR. She has an audience right now. We finally got PR. Dr. Trey, we finally got PR Trey.
Listen.
Have you heard TRPR?
TRPR.
Well, you know what? Let me say this. That being said, I have talked to a lot of world travelers. I have talked to a lot of contractors that's been in other countries as far as a business, as far as visiting. I've been to Saudi Arabia myself. Okay. They have people called TCNs, third country nationals, and they treat them like TCNs. You know, you have to have a citizenship there to have any part in the oil industry. But they treat their citizens very well because they get a paycheck. But it is impossible damn near to be a citizen. But if you're there to work, it's a difference. It's a difference from a citizen versus a worker there. And they treat their workers like workers. So, I mean, you could pick anywhere to me, and I would have to say most of these countries are fucked up in its totality, because once you start adding in government and money, you start adding in people trying to separate for any reason whatsoever.
That's true. That's definitely true. I mean, there's corruption. The few countries that I have visited, not like a tourist, because when you go as a tourist, you don't get the full, feeling of everything going on.
Right.
But the places you go where you actually have to work in the culture with the people, you hanging out with them, You know, the places I've been, there's definitely problems they have that we do not have.
Right.
So I'm with UTR. I'm not going anywhere, and I wouldn't mind having dual citizenship in some places.
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
giving up my
You damn
American
right.
citizenship because my ancestors bled, sweat, died. All the stuff they did for me to sit here and they could be like looking from the heavens, like, look at that girl. Okay,
Right.
she one of
Right.
us. I'm gonna
Right.
sit here and enjoy this.
Okay.
But that's not to say that we don't have problems. Both things can be true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
have huge problems here. You know, definitely gotta do something about it. I still don't think, if we bring it back to R. Kelly, I still don't think R. Kelly should be off the hook for a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
I don't think any of us is
I don't
taking him
listen
off
to
the
his
hip.
music, and I respect his musical talent. Everybody got talents. Everybody got flaws.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Some people are damaged in a really, really, really severe way.
I'm
right.
damaged in
Okay,
a
okay.
very severe way.
So-
Do you
But
know
let's-
how
And as a
you're on Yale Radiocast now, sitting next to the most damaged man
You are not damaged.
on this.
I'm not gonna let you sit here and talk about me, and I'm sitting right
Everybody
here.
got some damage. Everybody got some damage.
Go ahead,
The reason why I don't listen to R. Kelly anymore is because as a survivor and as someone from Chicago who knows a little bit of the backstory of his antics over the years of my life.
Oh no! Whoa!
She's not a survivor. She's not surviving R. Kelly
I didn't
person.
survive R. Kelly.
No.
I'm an assault survivor.
But you said that you know a little bit of the history.
Well,
So do tell.
I knew people who would see him at
I mean,
school hanging out. I mean, he was clearly but that
What
was
did
the
you?
thing. That was a
Dr.
thing
Trey.
in our community, though. There's a problem
Dr.
in
Trey,
our community.
what did you see? Dr. Trey,
I'm not getting ready to sit.
what did you see?
What I saw.
That he's already he's already.
What I saw. I had friends who knew of his situations. But he was not alone is the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Is there is an issue, there's a problem in our community. It's too frequent that young girls are looked at as okay to be with by older men. I mean, I'll even talk about my own situation. My mom had me at 17. My dad was 35 years old.
Right.
That's a problem. When I was 13, 14, it was dudes in their 20s chasing me around when I was a kid. So, you know, looking
This is
back,
a problem.
I'm like, this is a problem.
Yeah.
So it can't be glossed over. And I can't listen to his music, not because his music isn't good,
Right.
but because it gives me a bad feeling in my gut. It don't feel good to me. Music needs to make me feel good. It don't feel good to me no more.
I got you.
Mark L.
The thing about and that's the thing, and people talk about the old days and things that were permissible then that we see now as we've evolved or we've grown as people and we've grown as a society and as a culture. The things that we look back at that weren't acceptable, those let's just use Color Purple as an example.
That's my
movie. It was a book.
That's always my example.
That's always your example. Go back to Color Purple. Mr. was 100 years old, and
Right.
Celie was 13 or
Right.
12,
Right.
right? But that was the thing that was accepted, right? That was an acceptable thing. Then we see now how problematic that is, and we absolutely see that. But the intricacies and the things that happen in this country, for example, myself, Dylan, TR, all haven't been military. We all know we have to do selective service, and you too. Even women at 18, you're required to sign up for selective service. But the day you sign that form for selective service, you can't walk to the corner store and buy a beer because you got to be 21 to do that. So basically, I got to sign up to be able to kill and be killed, but I can't go to the liquor store to buy a beer because they have another set age. But this is the country this is why they call America the Great Experiment, because everything really is experimental when you think about it. Some of it is arbitrary, but it's really a big experiment. It's really okay. Let's try to do this with the law. Let's try to do that with the law. Speaking of laws, let me stay with that. I'm gonna slide away from R. Kelly a little bit. Did y'all see what happened in Texas?
Tell us about it, Marcus.
Okay. Well, Marcus will. In Texas, they have just enacted the most draconian. Y'all gonna have to look that one up.
Drake.
Drake.
He has his own. He has his own.
No.
He got his own cognac.
Yeah, Drake cognac. It's definitely gonna put you in.
Is it light? Is it like light liquor? Is it light or dark? Because you know he likes skin. Is it white liquor?
It's dark. It's dark. It's gonna definitely put you in your feelings. But basically, in Texas, they have pretty much outlawed women being able to end a pregnancy. Now, here's the problem with that, again, with this experiment. We talk about freedom of speech, freedom of choice, the freedom to pursue life, liberty, and happiness, and all these wonderful things they sell us in grade school on the Constitution and what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to represent. And then you turn around and you legislate women. Somebody who does not have a vagina can write a law
I'm with it.
that controls your vagina.
As an asshole, I'm with it.
You with it?
I'm with it.
You with controlling vagina?
Yeah.
I'm with controlling vagina too, but on the market after dark thing.
I'm not with the controlling the vagina.
Right.
I'm with being accountable for your actions.
I'm with being accountable for your
actions. So if you ain't now the reason, see Trey, her eyebrow twitching. Wait on me, Trey. Walk with me, Trey. Walk with me, Trey. There are exceptions. Rape
is an exception.
It
should be
things of that nature. If you have health risks that may cause you to not be able to make it through the birth, that is an exception to me.
Okay.
But if you only make $5 a year, and then you get pregnant by a nigga that ain't never want to work, and you decide to be a stupid motherfucker, both of y'all,
and have a baby or get pregnant.
Now, I don't want to take care of your ugly ass kids because the money that I pay in taxes pay for your ragged ass children. But at the same time, if you realize that you got to go to the dollar store to get a pregnancy test, maybe you can't afford this baby, you dumb motherfucker.
Right. Let me offer the other side of that. So if that's the case, wouldn't it be cool if they came up with a law to where every man at the age of 13 needs to wear a cock cage? You know where you take and they put your penis in a cage with a lock on it, until you get to an age.
It's a great idea.
It's a
great idea.
When you get to an age where
it's a great idea.
Feels like you're responsible enough to use.
It's a great idea.
That you can get the lock.
It's a great idea.
You think it's a great idea?
I think it's.
So here's the problem.
Because hold up. Because guess what? Dylan Yale Williams don't want to be nobody goddamn granddaddy when I got two stupid ass sons. So put some shit on they shit. Therefore, so them stupid sons of mine ain't calling granddaddy Dylan to help them with they ugly ass kids.
But then life, liberty, and pursuit.
Toronto, to y'all.
As a matter of fact, I got an example for that, Markel.
Okay.
My daughter, she thought I was talking about, I was disagreeing with her gay friend in high school, right?
Okay.
And she was, because I was like, I disagree with that or whatever. We were having a conversation. She said, she should have the right to date whoever she wants to or have sex with whoever she wants. And I said, no, the hell she can't. And she said, well, why? I said, because she shouldn't be having sex anyway, just like your ass. Because if you can't afford the damn repercussions and goddamn consequences, you shouldn't be doing it. So hell yeah, I think that Walmart should start having dick in a cage. Put that damn dick in a motherfucking cage until you're responsible enough.
Right. And then the lock will automatically disintegrate, or someone will come with the key and say, hey, you know what? Here you go. You can now use this. And Dr. Trey, you and I have had this conversation a lot of times about what do we call it? Irresponsible
ejaculation.
Irresponsible penis.
No,
I will say that. That's why I disagree with you right there. Because I ejaculate very irresponsibly all the time.
Hey, you know what?
But I'm not sticking it in nobody though.
Oh, okay.
Well,
now
it's all over the place.
In that case, then I would say that those particular ejaculations are not irresponsible at all.
Oh, okay, all right.
Irresponsible ejaculation.
Right. Because you're not hurting nothing.
Hooray for me.
Let me tell you.
Hooray for me.
Let me tell you something. After I was extremely irresponsible with my ejaculation, after the first the second financial obligation, I knew I had to work on my aim.
Yeah.
So look here, I became Steph Curry with that shit.
Mouth. Terrible.
Mouth. Hold up. Crossover. Backstab. Die. Mouth. You know how they say all net? Yep. All mouth.
All mouth.
All mouth.
Terrible. Market. But yes, irresponsible ejaculation.
What, Trey?
But I mean,
I'm not mad at you.
But here's the thing, though.
Look, don't put it in there.
But here's the thing, though. But that kind of goes right to the point. So why are we legislating women? and not legislate men.
Because women are the ones that have always been controlled. We're always the ones that are going to be controlled. So that's why they're still doing it.
I would say that I would say that y'all are always the one in control. Because all y'all got
not legally.
I'm gonna say this: we are in control. We don't know that. We don't know that we are, and so we have allowed our power to be taken away. That's changing, thank God. But I still will say, because of the current hegemony, okay, the way shit is set up, women are still the ones that can be legislated more easily than men when it comes to like reproduction.
That's true.
Because ain't nobody doing. You know, we do the research. You think about what gets funded, what research gets funded. Research gets funded about y'all's penis working, so y'all can get medications for that.
Yes.
I don't think that was research. I think they just made some shit.
It was an accident.
And we just dumb enough to buy it.
It was an accident.
You know,
if it don't say now, disclaimer, once again, dial is daily disclaimer.
Oh Lord, I thought we wasn't doing disclaimers.
Hey, apparently
we can do it.
10 months in, I'm still doing disclaimers.
Yes.
I said day one,
he wasn't doing no
I ain't
disclaimers.
doing no disclaimers.
He
Dial is daily disclaimer. Now I've never used any of those new help me out packets, right? But if I'm not mistaken, are they not? What's that? The FDA approved?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so they aren't really research. It's
No. They
it's
had
just
to do
somebody.
research.
All of them are.
They had to.
So if I go to the Shell gas station right now and buy Black Stallion,
I'm not talking about that. In order for it
Get
to
the
be
Weekend
FDA
Prince. That's much better.
oh, you know the name, Mark.
I mean, for whatever.
In order for it to be FDA approved, there has to be clinical trials run on it.
Correct.
I'm not talking about
kind of like the COVID shot that says it's not FDA approved. But I digress. Kind of like the COVID shot that's not FDA approved.
That's the
Okay.
reason why I got a problem with them tripping about people not getting vaccinated.
Oh,
it hasn't
boy.
been researched properly. I'm looking side at it, and I did get vaccinated because I had to. But I was waiting. I was trying to wait to get more data. I ain't gonna lie.
I had to get vaccinated for a goddamn boat. I told you, Phoenix don't win no argument with me ever.
Look what I did.
I got vaccinated for your motherfucking ass.
Look what I did.
I don't care. You didn't take out the trash. I damn sure right I didn't. I got vaccinated for your ass, nigga.
But yeah, man, T.I. So basically, brother, that's what I'm seeing in the world, man. As far as definitely dealing with this legislation where they definitely, it seems like an attack on women, and I absolutely understand that. So from a male perspective,
From a male's perspective,
I
know it ain't right.
I do feel
really
that is unfair.
I do know it ain't
They
right.
have not come up. But you know what? Let me ask a strange question. Phoenix says whatever, Negro. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this though. Think about this. What if? Just what if? Let's play what if. What if? What if they came out with a male's birth control pill? Would you take it?
You know that they tried to do that.
They did try to do that. Would you take it?
I sure would.
But
Would I take it?
side effects were so bad.
The side effects.
Would you take a male birth control pill, TR?
Yeah. Would you take a male birth control pill?
I probably wouldn't. And that's just being honest. I probably wouldn't. But as Dial know, I've taken care of other people's kids. So hell yeah, if I have a kid, I will take care of my own kid.
Right.
That's just bottom line. And that's
So
what we're talking
basically-
about. We're talking about you shouldn't be a burden on society because of your foolish decisions that you want to make.
Right.
You know, you want to be fundamentally exonerated for things you have the emotional disconnect with or whatever. And the moment you want to fuck, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm pregnant. Oh well, shit. Let's see what the government will give us.
Right, and I think that's kind of like where me and TR are kind of saying, like we become the burden for your negligence, because unfortunately, because we've had these debates about it's your body, and women in return have said, well, you should be responsible too, but men say, but I can't get you pregnant if you don't open your legs. So the choices start with women.
Well, men can choose to take control.
Now, with that said,
health, though.
you just said birth control. I've already said, ain't her mouth birth control?
But also, if
Oh,
you don't
my bad.
want
I shouldn't
people
go
to be
there.
a burden, You don't want the babies to be a burden.
Right, and no,
I'm with that.
yeah, he should be wise. He should be wise to know who to and who not to. So it's not exonerating men at all.
So it doesn't make sense then to outlaw abortion. If somebody gets pregnant, okay, and they don't want the child, let them terminate the pregnancy. Then, if you don't want to be a burden on society, let them terminate.
But what if she can't afford it?
Oh, there are places to get
Free?
Low cost and free. Oh yes, that exists. But when they outlaw it, then that doesn't exist anymore. So
now we
you're
have a
taking
new
away
level.
options to keep unwanted children from being around here in the world. You're taking it away by.
Do you consider that as killing a child?
No, I do not. I am pro-choice. So no, I do not. No, I do not.
Markel, do you consider that killing a child?
No, I'm definitely pro-choice. Now let me just say specifically because again, I think people should have the autonomy to decide what happens to their bodies. Now, again, we could go into the discussion of who's responsible and who opened their legs and who put their penis in and who didn't wear a condom and who didn't take a pill. We could argue that point all day.
Right.
But at the end of the day, here's the thing. You have a car wreck, you can go get your motherfucking car fixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or you can go through your insurance company. Your insurance company, you might have to pay a little extra to get your car fixed. I don't think anybody should have to say to you, you had a car wreck, you don't need no car no more. That's the law. It was your fault.
I mean, if it was your fault, you might. If you can't drive,
well, if you ran into my damn car, I definitely don't think you need to drive.
No. You probably should not have had a license
in the first damn place.
So yeah, so the testing wasn't strict enough, and it has some basic shit that you just because you was able to stop at a stop sign, bitch, you can't parallel park. So you should have never been able to get a license. And we allowing everybody in this motherfucker to they'll get a license when they can't parallel park. Markel, we ain't gonna do this with you. Can women? Whoa! Can women parallel park?
I can parallel park.
She from Chicago.
Can women parallel park, Marcus?
The ones from Chicago,
watch
I know, yes.
TR. Watch TR.
The one I know from Chicago, yes. They could parallel park.
What?
But this is what I say. The one from Chicago. One's plural.
He said one plural.
The one's plural. One's plural. But let me say though. I'm gonna tell you just like I tell my sons. Everybody that has a driver's license, I need you to understand there is no such thing as a professional driver. I repeat. There's no such thing as a professional driver that didn't go to a driving school and literally got a professional license. Everybody is an amateur operator.
Oh my God.
Everybody is an amateur operator. All of them.
Oh my God.
Your driver's license just says you can follow the basic stuff. Can you see a stop sign? Can you see a green light? Do you know how to turn left? Can you recognize this sign from that sign? That's literally the most basic. So yeah, everybody should not have a motherfucking driver's license. I agree 100%. Everybody should not have one. But just know that everybody's an amateur operator. Unless you actually went to a professional driving school. Just know that.
These are the most ignorant excuses that we all use.
It's the truth.
People care more about embryos than they do about children.
Darla know why I'm laughing, because everything Markel's saying is hilarious.
It's the truth.
Started off, here's how Markel started off. Okay, you know what? Some shit happened. Don't look over there. You know, listen to me. We can't stop from what happened. You know what I'm saying? It happened because it happened.
This is what happened.
It happened because it happened, and it was a whole bunch of shit. And I know I was wrong, but. You know, that cat was on fire before I came into the damn room.
So wait.
I'm like, what?
You know,
I have to be able to follow you to follow you.
He talking good sense. Y'all just don't want
How?
This is true.
It's true.
This is true.
Humans are messy. They're not perfect. They gonna screw everything. We screw everything up. Ain't nobody out here making perfect.
We do. What's your t-shirt say? But it shouldn't exonerate us.
It's mirrored in there, but it says, "I have no idea what I am doing."
But you know what?
But you know what? Whoa! I got it. You know why? Because they have knocked down every rule to say this is how you should be doing it.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying.
Who decides
Trey,
that though?
Trey,
and that's the problem.
you know what? Fuck up shouldn't exonerate us. That is all I'm saying.
I didn't say that it does. I didn't say that it does.
Okay,
you have to pay for your mistakes, and sometimes your mistakes are unfixable.
True.
Okay, that's true.
Sometimes you can't come back from it. It's that bad. Sometimes we can come back for it. So I like to give people a chance to come back from their mistakes. Come back from it.
We all give chances. We all give chances.
I say this. I just like the world, just like this government, will pick and choose. Correct? We're blaming the government for being a standard.
I ain't blaming the government for nothing.
Well, I thought we just had a conversation that Markel just said as far as Texas is concerned. Texas ain't shit.
Law. That law doesn't make sense though. The same people that would say they shouldn't be having abortions will also say, well, we don't need all these mouths to feed you, being irresponsible. Which one do you want?
Correct.
I mean, do you want the unwanted? People care more about an embryo than they care about a child.
And they steady throwing people in the electric chair. Right. They steady killing lives, talking about you can't end the life.
These are unwanted pregnancies. So if the pregnancy itself is unwanted, the child might not be wanted either. Hello, you're looking at the next 20 some odd years of your life. So if someone wants to have a termination, then let them have it. Let them terminate the pregnancy. Why not? Because you don't want them that burdening mouth on a tax dollar, You don't want the shit, right? So then let them go and have that is taking responsibility. And none of y'all men's ever had an abortion before. Trust me, it's not cute. Ain't nothing cute about abortion. I done supported many women through them. There's nothing easy about abortion at all. It lives with you for the rest of your life in a different way than having a child lives with you for the rest of your life.
So you're saying that abortion is the suffering. You're saying the abortion is the consequence.
It can cause suffering. It can cause suffering. It's not like people think, oh, that's the easy way out. They should have just had the child. But at the same child. But then you go back and say, oh, I don't know. You shouldn't be having babies with that my tax dollars have to feed. I'm trying to go get a termination. So you should. I'm saying you shouldn't be having sex. I'm saying you shouldn't be having sex.
I think that's what they're saying.
No, I'm saying no. Here's what I'm saying. Let's just be honest. It's the same thing that Mark L just said that I was laughing at. I'm saying that he's saying, okay, don't look at none of this shit back here. Just listen to what I'm saying. Focus on my voice.
Come on, man.
Focus on my voice. Okay, but should they?
It don't matter if they should or not. The human race must survive.
It does. No, it does matter. To me, it does matter. It does. Just because you can do something don't mean that you need to do it.
Right. But I'm talking about what's really going to happen. I mean, you're talking about that's theory, and that's wonderful, and it's beautiful, and I'm an intellectual. I love to talk about what should and shouldn't be. But let's talk about what is. The fact is, people's bodies turn on for sex when they're around 13,
but you don't have to do it.
You don't
have to have sex.
You don't, but they're going to. So
and with that said, and I see what, and this is what Tyrone is saying.
You gonna try to
yeah, and that's the thing. What Tyrone and myself might be saying, since you're gonna make this stupid decision,
right?
You should have to own up to what.
I.e. I.e. Yeah, I sure did.
He does that.
He's a shusher. He's a professional shusher.
Yeah, especially when that pinky finger come up, shush like a motherfucker. Don't they hold men to responsibilities when they should not have shot in her little slit? What? Because we might, on the man's side, we probably should not have done it. And we maybe can't afford that child, right?
Agreed.
And we sure get put on child support.
Exactly, by the government.
By that same government.
Standard.
That we should not have done the part that we played. Hold on, because you ready to jump. Jump.
I'm so ready.
You were good at jump rope. Like what's the double dutch? You was ready to jump in. You ain't even all the way in. With your eyes closed.
Eyes ain't even open.
So it's the same pretense as, since you still made this ignorant decision knowing that you were doing something that you can't afford, This is the restrictions that we're putting up. Because you obviously aren't smart enough to make these decisions. Well, is that realistic? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. So since you're still stupid, we're going to go ahead and help your stupid ass out.
Okay, but then in that case, having the option for abortion also helps men who make that dumbass mistake, right?
It shouldn't help them. It shouldn't help them.
It does though. So let's just let it be.
No.
Much rather somebody terminate a pregnancy than I got to keep on taking their kids in. You know what I'm talking about? Taking their kids in, doing everything for them. I'd rather them, if they can't do it, they won't do it, they're going to mistreat, just terminate the pregnancy. If you ain't ready for this.
I guess what I'm saying, okay, so what I'm saying is I probably delivered it wrong. So you can make the decision as a woman, but I can't as a man?
Let me tell you about that. Yes. Let me tell you about that. Now, a little while ago, we talked about how women really are empowered. This is what I taught my boys. I got 2 sons, 129, 119. This is what I taught my boys. I said, we've been teaching y'all all the wrong shit. We got it all wrong. Y'all are really the ones that are vulnerable. But we teach young women that we teach young women that they're the ones that need to be, girl, don't let those boys, the big bad boy gonna get your pussy, right? We teach them that, right? But really, the man is the one, the boy is the one that gets his decision-making power taken away. As soon as he released that seed.
That's true.
As soon as he let it go, guess what?
You have no choice.
If I get pregnant, I get to decide whether or not we having a baby. If I decide to have a baby, I get to decide whether or not you're gonna see the baby. Unless you're gonna go to court and fight with what money. So poverty exacerbates this issue, right?
True.
So I get to decide that. If you decide, I know men who wanted to be dads, but the women didn't want the children. The women had the power to go and terminate the pregnancy.
True.
So I get to decide whether or not you're going to become a father. If I decide you're going to be a father, I get to decide. I didn't go for child support. I didn't file child support on either of my son's dads. Surely did not. But I could have. I made the decision that I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to be bothered.
Right.
Too lazy. Basically.
Just gonna make sure.
I could work it out on my own. So I was like, y'all just, I'm going to ask for what I need. I don't want no judge and no court getting in my business like that.
Okay.
So I made that decision. When the child was born, I made the decision whether or not you're going to see the child.
Right.
I make the decisions. All the decisions, the way the child grows up, my decision.
So basically,
while we're telling young boys, chase as much ass as you can, try to talk her out of it, try to get the pussy no matter what, and we telling girls, run, because you're the vulnerable one, that needs to be flipped. Because as soon as you release your seed into that young woman,
you have no more choice.
Look, if I'm not on birth control, guess what? You ass out, bro.
Yeah.
You just gave your fucking power away.
That's
true. No, baby. Let them go get the abortions if they want to.
I got you.
Because ultimately, if we teach boys that you're the one that need to be careful with your seed, because once you let it go, you don't have any more power. Maybe then they'll realize, oh shit, maybe I need to be a little bit more careful about who I put my seed into.
Correct.
So that I won't give my power away to some woman that I might not even fucking like.
Right.
How many dudes sleeping with women they don't even like?
Who
you done had a baby with somebody you don't even like.
Lord.
And you'll be the one. You'll be the one standing there watching her make these decisions.
Right.
You know, I could have caused my baby daddy and them hell for the look. My youngest one 19. I could have gave them hell for the last 30 years, baby. But I did not, because that's not who I am.
Right.
Some of their friends can't say the same.
True. That's true.
So yeah, I think that we just got it flipped up wrong. Y'all the ones that need to be being careful out there. We the ones with all the decision making power. So
what you think?
Keep your seeds safe, my bruh. Keep it safe.
What you think, TR? You tell us, man, and then we're gonna take a tidy break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna hit some more hard hitting topics that we seen in the news. But TR, what's your thought about irresponsible semen?
I still disagree respectfully with Trey. You know, and I'll say this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just put this one statement out there, and this is from my experience. So look, people are always questioning. Oh well, you know, it would be different if the ball was in your court in the whole 9 yards. You see that? You see that forearm? Mm-hmm. That forearm is finally going down. You want to know why? because I'm married now. Because before I was married, I was jacking off for 8 months. So you don't get the excuse of, hey, I gotta ejaculate in this vagina or whatever. You can go to the damn bathroom, do whatever you got to do. People don't have to have sex, so the responsibility is definitely on you because you got ways of pleasuring yourself without that other person even being in the room. So the responsibility to me, you can't run from that responsibility as far as I'm concerned. That arm finally going down. It used to be way bigger than that. My forearm used to be way bigger than that.
Oh, Papa arm, man. old spinach arm, man.
Right.
All right. So I will say this. This is what will make it change.
What will make it change?
I hear you, Trey. And I'm going to ride with your theory. No, I'm going to ride against the theory of, actually. Okay, so watch this. If we were to actually obligate the mothers to the penalties that men are obligated to when they can't afford or take care of their kids.
What penalties do women don't have, though? Wait a minute. If I got the child with me...
No.
Right.
Listen.
I agree with Trey.
Listen. No. I know you do, Tio.
I can't even do
See. When Darling misses a child support payment, I lose my license. When Darling misses 4, 5, 6, 7 payments, I go to jail because I can't afford to take care of my kid, right?
So you go to a debtor's prison, pretty much.
Yeah, I go to jail. So, but women, or a woman, she could go to shelters for assistance. She could go here for help. Why I can't go to a DF, whatever the fuck the letters are, to say, hey, I can't take care of my kids. Give me $100 a month. I'm on my run. You have 5 minutes of straight running. Nobody says shit, nigga. Nobody says shit. Yes. Yeah, this is the Trey Michael Show. It's on Yale Radiocast. Okay, so men can't go and say, hey, letter company, whatever that letter company is, I need help to take care of these ugly ass kids of mine. Men go straight to jail. Women don't go to jail. They get help.
The kids is with them. Take the kids. Look,
But the underlying my underlining statement is you can't take care of them ugly motherfuckers.
If the kids is with me, I ain't got no choice but how to figure out how to make it work. Take the kids with you. You take the kids. If the men take the kids,
you talking to somebody who had custody? Oh, you talking about somebody else? Okay, cool. Okay. You talking to a man that had custody of his son?
Pay child support, then they should be the ones being the custodial.
Look at the stats to show that women pay less percentages than men because they feel like since they women they don't have to pay. But that's another study. Anyways,
I don't know nothing about that.
I know because you're a woman, you don't want to look at those stats.
Overall, women's income is lower than men's overall. Overall, I'm not looking at gender or I'm not looking at race.
So with that said, so I agree. With that said, you should know that you probably don't need to be having sex if you can't afford a kid if you get pregnant.
Well, then men
okay. Wait a minute. I agree.
They can't afford it because they don't want to pay the child support payment. So keep it wrapped up. Wait a minute. What you say? In a mouth. Because you don't want to.
Hold on. No. He's heating up.
No, brother. He's on fire.
He's on fire.
Child support payment. So then keep it to yourself.
Go ahead.
Get that forearm built up. Everybody got a price to pay in this. Ain't nobody scot free.
Ain't nobody scot free. That's true.
Now I agree with Dallin again. I think everybody need to go to jail, including them damn kids.
Everybody
need to go to jail.
The kids in jail too.
I'm just saying. How was that the decision that this parent goes to jail?
You know what I think?
Listen, let me finish. How is the decision made that this parent, because it takes the obligation and the duties of both parents to be able to take care and provide for the child,
This
right?
is true. That's a fact.
How does this person go to jail and this person doesn't?
I
would say that we are in jail if we got them kids with us all the time and can't do what the hell we want to do. We already got our own special prison. We stuck with it as a single mom with a bunch of kids.
Which goes back to what T.R. was talking about.
I agree.
Your prison is that you go to jail unless you go to jail.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then. Let me ask you.
Walk up the street, get up in the morning, whatever we want to do.
Let me ask you this though. How many times, and we don't know the stats, but I know you know this happens often, that we know damn well that the child should go with the father because he's financially stable, and the mother still says, "Oh, little Day ugly ass coming with me."
I agree with that.
See what I'm saying?
I think that's right. I think that that is a part that is patriarchy at work. That's patriarchy fucking you up, basically.
Yeah.
Men as fathers should not be looked at as less important parents in their children's lives. That's what that comes from. That's why men don't get paternity leave. Well, they get it now. In some places, they get paternity leave now.
Mm-hmm.
But historically, men did not get paternity leave. When they get a new baby, it's all on the woman. I don't think so. I think you take your ass home with the baby that you made just like her. Y'all both supposed to be in it. So yes, I don't agree. I think that men should be able to stay with their children, and it should be split custody, or at the very least, you take them for half the time, and I take them for half.
I agree with that.
That way, you ain't got to worry about child support because you're supporting the child being in your house and you providing a home and shelter and everything for that child half of the time.
So I agree with that. So I'm gonna go on what Trey Michael said. Trey Michael said,
but that's not us doing that. That's the system is built up like that.
Well, I'm saying that if we're gonna the system is gonna eliminate abortion, now let's obligate both parents to the same standard.
So it needs an overhaul.
It needs an overhaul. And I've always said this whole system needs an overhaul, right? You know what I'm saying? From every legal point aspect.
What
from,
you said
from,
was
from
this
child support
needs an enema, but you sound good on the radio.
But I know this. I know what is true. Women can't parallel park. Go to break.
Okay, y'all. 678-586-9241. Again, we are free balling here on the Mail Review on this Saturday. We're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about another little piece of legislation that just recently came out by Dallas' favorite person in the whole world, Uncle Joe, who said, "Listen, damn it, if you want to work in these industries, you need to get this shot." And let's see how we really feel about being forced to take this thing. We'll be back in 2 minutes. I gotta go shake the lizard. Holla back.
Memories fall like leaves. Yeah.
Do you remember when you were outside? You and your friends all chilling at the park side, and it was all just a light, no dark side. You're so smooth, but you're raw like a rawhide. You were all the rage back then. You and your best friend chilling in the West End. You never knew what your life would be like then. Raise the stakes and you take no action, and yet you want satisfaction, but it's a mere distraction. This iteration, life is a fraction. It's the new fashion. This is the sound of my emotion, flying on the wings of my devotion, sailing like a ship across the ocean. Do you remember what? Yeah, remember what? Yeah, remember what? Yeah. Am I the preacher I used to teach as a teacher? English to students, I tried to reach a different population of people, spread the vibes to the nations of people. We separate but we equal, no time to question upon arrival. Difficult to tell friend from rival, and young people strive for survival. This is the sound of my emotion, flying on the wings of my devotion, sailing like a ship across the ocean. Do you remember what? Yeah, remember what? Yeah, remember what? Yeah, remember. Do you remember infatuation? Love could pop off in tight situation. I know you say what you do not mention. I know you say you want intervention. You were all the rage back then. You in your tight dress, just like a princess. Walk like a champion, talk like a champion. What a piece of body, girl, tell me where you get it from. When we were younger, we used to think that we'd live forever. We lived our life on the outside, dancing to stardust under the moonlight. We were all perfect then, taking our time outside in the sunshine. We were all perfect then, taking our time outside in the sunshine. Taking our time outside in the sunshine. Taking our time outside in the sunshine.
Saturday, September 25th, Yale Entertainment, Spice One Entertainment, and RTV presents the End of the Summer Indie Circuit Concert and Car Show. The hottest cars and the hottest artists all on one stage with DJ Jam and J from Streets 94.5 on the ones and twos. Vendors, artists, and car clubs register online at YaleRadiocast.com. Early registration starts today. This concert is in support of veteran assistance and breast cancer awareness. Outside is officially open. You already know what it is. Get the business. Yale Radiocast, the home of the hits. We already have plenty of music for the radio, but this right here is for the streets. Tune in to Hard Block Radio. That's right, music straight off the block. From the ride to the club, from trap to gangster rap. We got it right here on Yale Radiocast.
I'm Billy D. Williams. I am the president and chairman of Accountable Youth. I was noticing that high school dropout rates were high among young black kids. I was also noticing that we were dealing with a lot of police brutality among teenagers, as well as other black men. I want to see them come in with a want to change, an open mind to knowing that a violent reaction is not the right reaction. As they go through the program, they're starting to see that now they're accountable, now they're leaders, now they're responsible, and that's why the last piece is promotion of fatherhood, because when they turn 17 and they graduate, now they have all of these character traits that they can carry on with them, but more importantly, when they become fathers, they can instill that in their kids. What I want going forward is to partner with companies that truly want to see at-risk youth become responsible.
Our initiative to reduce the number of suicides in the military community, because doing 26 years in, I didn't realize that the suicide rate was so bad. And that's Marines, that's Army, Air Force, Navy, all that. And Coast Guard. So and then being an artist and being in music and all that good stuff, I got a chance to use that creativity to be expressive and channel those trauma from the Persian Gulf War.
Okay.
So I was in one of those unique positions where, I was on the front lines. Some people can be in, but they never see the shadow of war. So I'm very thankful, bro.
Absolutely.
So I got a chance to walk away from being at the top of the spearhead.
Okay.
So yeah, man. So that right there is it just gave me motivation to say I got trauma.
Hey, thank you for tuning in to Yale Radiocast. Listen, business owners, people that are entrepreneurial in spirit and need to get their business out there, contact Yale Entertainment. We will advertise your company. We will advertise your brands with a listener base that covers the globe. We offer a variety of packages at affordable prices. Call us at 678-586-9241. If you need to email us, you can contact us at yaleent1@gmail.com. If you need to get your business out there, contact Yale Entertainment to get the business.
This is Ballin Yale, the program director of Yale Entertainment and Yale Radiocast. If you feel like you're the person to talk about politics, sports, entertainment, and more, Yale Radiocast is giving opportunities to those who are interested in a career in podcasting. We are now being heard by over 20 streaming platforms, including iHeartRadio, Pandora Music, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and more. Let Yale Radiocast be the brand that delivers your voice to the world. Contact us at YaleRadiocast.com or email us at YALEENT1@gmail.com. The Yale brand is the gold standard, and this is Yale Radiocast. Get the business.
Hey. Welcome back to the Mail Review. You are kicking it with the leg. We had the early morning leg. We kind of did some afternoon delight. We kind of started a little late, little afternoon delight with the leg. Our brother TR had to step off the podcast, but it's still your boy Mark L. It's still Ballin Yale. He's, of course, all 5 of the world's greatest rappers. Ballin.
You know I can actually mute your whole mic.
Yeah, he's going. You can't mute Mark L. This is not a new. Okay. And we also have the lovely Dr. Trey in the studio as well. We do have some folks that have been chiming in on our Twitch app and definitely been chiming in on our YouTube. Hey, y'all, don't be scared to call in.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna cut you up, but it's okay. Man. Everybody needs a little.
Personally hitting us up on the text messages and the inbox or behind the scenes.
We
like,
love it.
I agree, I disagree. Man, if you don't speak your mind,
say it with your chest.
We don't have a problem with disagreeing. Look here, y'all already see how much me and Trey disagree.
We friends,
and we hug it up after the fact. She done inboxed me after we done had a whole argument. Try to explain, I really didn't mean. Nigga, I don't care about what you said.
We're good. Where the chicken at? So welcome back again, y'all. So check it out, man. When we left off, we were talking about legislation, and we were talking about these things that are happening in this country, in this great experiment, the American experiment that we talk about here all the time. Shout out again to the upper room who likes to mute us and play with our cameras and our microphones from time to time, just to show us that they out there. We see you, people in the upper room. Thank you very much for tuning in to check us out. At any rate. One of the things we discussed was the fact that our beloved president, I had to give a pause because I know he has something to say. Our beloved president,
Joe the Ho,
as he likes to call him.
He was Joe Bizzle.
Why you calling that old man a hoe? Well,
is he not?
Well, here's the thing.
I want the knife, please.
I don't know nothing about
recently, President Joe Biden, has stated that he wants to mandate getting this vaccine. Now, just in case y'all have been under a rock for the past 2 years, we are currently suffering from a pandemic. And I'm telling you, this thing has started and turned into a forest fire that turned into a planet fire, which is why it's a pandemic, worldwide. So it has started to modify itself and try to do its best to survive by creating these variants. Okay, so now we've got variants. We got breakthrough things.
You're blaming on it. Okay.
Yeah, well, it has variants. Okay, so COVID, COVID-19, whatever names we have. We call it the pepperassi, the papilloma. That's actually a thing, isn't it? The pepperoni. We call it a bunch of things, but anyway, they've come out, of course, with a vaccine that. And let me just go ahead and say this for anybody listening, definitely for those truth tellers, truth sayers, and people who know real data. It is not a vaccine that prevents you from getting COVID. It is a vaccine that helps you deal with should you actually get COVID. Let me just go ahead and just tell the audience. Please put on the smallest violin music, please. I did have COVID. Ladies and gentlemen, I am still here and alive to speak on it. However, I did also get vaccinated. So there's a lot of discussion, a lot of arguments around this vaccination. But as of late, the president said that if you work in certain industries, it should be a mandate. Again, this kind of goes back to the same conversation we were having just before the break about legislating women's bodies. So now we're trying to legislate everybody's bodies. Now, the funny part is, of course, the people that are up in arms about it are people that probably vote wholeheartedly against abortion, but we're not going to talk about that. They you should control women's bodies. Well, now you need to get the vaccine. Well, wait.
It's called leg registration.
Leg registration.
Yes. Male review, baby.
Hell, the male review, baby. But basically,
registration.
This is what has happened. This is what has happened. This is what we've come to where it's starting to be a mandate. So the question I have for my esteemed colleagues, if you work in the industry with people, do you feel it is the right of the government to step in and say, you have to get this damn vaccine?
No.
Devil's advocate.
No.
We've been requiring certain vaccines for many years. What's the difference between those and these?
What vaccines?
Polio, measles, mumps, rubella.
Didn't take that.
Yeah, all
Didn't
those.
take that.
Those have been mandated. For kids
Your mom was an anti-vaxxer?
Yes.
I mean, you can get out of it, but it's still a mandate.
I wouldn't say she was, but
she just wasn't going
she
for
said, darling, when you go to school, you're going to take this shot. And I just said, yeah, I took the shot. And I didn't take the shot.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I wasn't taking no goddamn. Okay, so you think at damn 10 years old, I wanted to have any kind of needles in my
10?
I don't got no tattoos.
10.
I don't fuck with needles.
Right. 10.
Yeah,
we talking 5.
Right. Before you go to school.
We talking 4 or 5.
You have to get some kind of a excuse.
Okay, well, I couldn't control what I was doing at 5. Dylan has ample control at 45, 46. So that's different.
Roughly 50.
I know your 75-year-old ass ain't talking. You know what I'm saying?
80.
They've been mandating them. Why we tripping now?
Interesting.
I mean, they've been mandating them.
But you know what? Them saying something is a mandate versus how they actually enforce that mandate is what the big question is. So yes, because trust.
How are they enforcing it today? They enforcing this versus what used to happen with what has been happening with polio, MMR, all the vaccines you have to get before your kids can go to school. Like
right.
Before you have to get certain boosters before you go to college. Tetanus, I think, is one of them.
Tetanus is one of those boosters, yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out, and you have to get it again before you go to, I think, middle school.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what's the difference. You can't come. You can't come in here. I just had a concert canceled. I was going to see Mark, what's his name? Rebier. How do you say his name?
They canceled Mark Rebier.
Oh, you was going to the indie circuit concert that was canceled?
I was going to that too.
Ooh.
But this
I'm gonna let Dylan talk about that because that's gonna be a man on fire.
They didn't cancel it.
Whew.
They didn't cancel it.
But
I was going with some people who weren't vaxxed.
And they
canceled the tickets because they weren't vaxxed, and then all of a sudden the concert promoters or whomever said you have to be vaxxed to come to this concert.
Oh wow!
And that was after the tickets were purchased. At first they weren't. Same thing with what I was at last night.
So
TR, when she purchased the tickets, it wasn't a requirement. After the tickets were purchased, now there's a requirement that you either have to be vaxxed or come with a negative COVID test within the last 3 days. We were like, you know what I'm saying?
So basically, the question is, where's the line?
So TR, back on the stream, brother. We are talking about legislation, brother. The government legislating what we can and can't do. Apparently, we have kind of dwindled down to an actual topic. We were freeballing for those who are unaware, but we still freeballing a little bit. We just throwing whatever at the wall. You know what I'm saying? See what lands.
Mm-hmm.
When you shoot it at the wall. Yeah. From the window to the wall.
So TR, the question on the stream or on the board right now that we're discussing is, where's the line where the government can legislate and decide you need to get this foreign material shot into your body in order for us to consider you to be safe enough to attend concerts, to come to work, to deal with people. Where's the line? Because again, where the same people who advocate for, like I said in the last segment, the same people who advocate for women not being able to abort fetuses or abort we won't call them a fetus to actually to terminate a pregnancy. The same people who advocate for that are the same people who are fighting against the fact that the government is now stepping in to say you need to do this in order to do that. So suddenly, you know, it's okay when it don't got nothing to do with you, but when it starts to touch you, that's becoming a problem. So how are you feeling about this, TR? What in your industry? Let's say they came to you and say, "Hey, TR, you know you do great work, man. Are you vaccinated?" And you say, "No, I'm not vaccinated." They say, "Well, you know what, TR, fuck you. You don't have a job here no more unless you get a vaccination. You can't come back until you show us proof that you got a vaccination." How are you feeling about that? Is that something you think is legitimate, or do you think that's something where it's government overreach, which is the statement that we use? What do you think about that, brother?
Well, I definitely think it's government overreach. I think that honestly, at the end of the day, you know.
Good question.
Oh, well, I'll finish this and we'll go to the question. I will honestly say this: as far as if they came to me, I would go ahead and retire. I got TR makes his moves in lieu of people's stupidity. So
okay.
I can go ahead and retire right now.
Okay.
I mean, I'm putting points on the board. So if somebody came to me, if my job came to me and said you would have to go ahead and get vaccinated and everything, I would say, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the early retirement. I'm only months out anyway, as far as my projected goal. So, but other than that, I think that definitely you shouldn't be sitting up here telling somebody to take a vaccination against something that you say when you are vaccinated, it protects you. So if you get vaccinated, then you're not sitting up here telling me I have to get vaccinated just in order for you to be protected. That's what the vaccination is for, I thought. So that being said, you know, you deal with you, and because you have the mindset of being assured in what the government is telling you that vaccination gonna do to you or for you, then I shouldn't affect your world.
Mark L, let's go to the streams. Miss Phoenix has made a comment that says, knowing that we are military brothers, did you all have to get a bunch of shots when you went into the service? Ooh, wee!
Tell you something. You are absolutely correct, Phoenix.
Right.
Phoenix. We did have to take a bunch of shots and went to the service, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm still pissed off about it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you, and let me tell you why. First, perfect example. Let me tell you, perfect example. So, as a boot in the greatest service there is, the United States Marine Corps. I don't want to hear nothing from you Army and Air Force people.
Let me mute this motherfucker.
But one thing they did have me take was a flu shot. Now, okay, I was okay with the shots that they gave you, you know, for certain things that you needed to get. Okay, fine. But when they gave me that flu shot, I have always had a problem with the flu shot. Don't ask me why, but I just feel like if they're going to shoot you up with something that's going to protect you from the flu, that you should not get the damn flu.
Right.
I've only had the flu one time, and guess when I had it? When I took the motherfucking flu shot.
Yeah, because that's what they inject you with.
Yes. I don't understand the point. I never understood.
That's the sense that they made out of it.
That was the sense that they tell
we're going to give you this so you won't get it.
So you won't get it.
What?
Right. Really? That's what you're doing? I've always had a problem with it, Phoenix. You are correct.
Explain vaccines, doctor.
But understand this. Here's what we understand as people who worked or are part of the U.S. military.
Right. Well, here we go.
Yeah.
You basically signed a contract, which we say USMC stands for.
Exactly.
You signed the motherfucking contract. For the government to own your ass for a certain amount of time. And then at some point they say, well, look, we're running out the time of ownership. Would you like to sign up for us to own your black ass again?
That's what that was.
And you know what? I'll say this. Mark L hit the nail on the head. That's what I was gonna say. People don't realize that you are giving ownership away to the military.
Correct.
Because guess what? Even when it comes to it's not a black thing, it's not how black people feel about it. As a matter of fact, more white people I knew got in trouble because they would go out and get suntans, right?
Yep.
And they could get rolled up. Everybody knows this. That's in the military because it's a sad situation.
It's the truth.
They can get rolled up, and the write up is going to state destruction of government property.
Yes. Yes.
Suntan,
Look here.
tattoo, branding, anything you do once you sign the motherfucking contract. Anything you do to the government's property, you ain't a person no more.
Yes.
You are the
So when we
government's
go to
property.
the field, they would actually give us in our packet, in our medical packet, suntan that you must put on your skin before you go to the field.
Correct.
Now, Dylan, being the Bronzonian that I am, said that this shit don't bother me because, be honest, we black. What they gonna see different in us than our skin being black? So I ain't put on shit. Them goofy motherfuckers call us colored, but them the motherfuckers that change colors. You get burnt, motherfucker, and your ass is turning pink. Your ass is turning orange. Your ass is turning red. My ass is still black. So I ain't put I actually looked at my damn squad leader, Sergeant Turner. I know he on my Facebook page. I hope he's tuning in. Williams, you need to put your suntan on. I said, well, Sergeant Turner, what's going to happen to me versus what happens to you? You're going to catch skin cancer. I'm going to be more bronze than I already am.
You're gonna be a black ass.
I'm gonna be a black ass. So after I was doing push-ups for 30 minutes.
Yes, absolutely, because you did get smoked, sir. You did get smoked by asking the question. True.
Yeah. So and also it pertains to drinking alcohol and everything like
all
that.
of it. Yes. Wow. Yeah, you're supposed to take.
But that was a good question by Phoenix,
property.
by the way.
Yes,
that was a good question.
Yes, it was. Because people need to understand, as far as that question being asked, people need to understand these choices you make have ramifications.
True.
These choices you make, you need to understand. And as far as us signing that contract to go ahead and be a military member,
I was stupid.
then
I didn't know.
We said that you are granted ownership. We lend you ownership of who we are. So you own us.
Little slick story, y'all.
How about that?
A little military story, right?
Yep.
Way back in 1993. Scene phase to 1993. It might have been 1992. Yeah. I had a real close friend of mine. His name was Tyrone Roberts.
Oh.
And me and Tyrone Roberts was discussing going in the military together. Right? And we were like, okay, we gonna do this. We brothers. We trying to get the hell out of Pensacola because ain't really shit there for black people as far as where we were, you know. And it's a great idea. We're gonna go into the Air Force. We actually literally talked about this, right? I said, you know what? That's where I want to go. We researched and everything. We looked up at the, you know, like, okay, cool. The day that I was gonna go over to Tyrone's house for us to go sign up. Literally, as I was walking out the door, a car pulls up with the Army logo on it. I swear to God. This recruiter comes out. Mama! Some nigga out here in BDUs. I didn't call them BDUs. Some camouflage shit. He comes in and gives the whole military packet thing to me. Now, I don't know nothing. I'm 17 and stupid, as opposed to being 46 and stupid.
Boy, because there's a lot of them motherfuckers out here, boy. But 17 is stupid. We kind of give you a little leeway. Go ahead.
I'm 17 and stupid. So he's selling the Army package to me. You get this. You get promoted faster. You get more money. Blah, 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 bullshit, blah, 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 blah. Now, once again, as 17 and stupid, I don't know what's what. You're talking about rank to somebody who was never in ROTC. What the fuck is rank?
What does that mean to me?
But that sounded good to Estelle Williams. We're just going to go ahead and sign you up with the Army. But I wasn't even telling her that I was going to go with my friend Tyrone and sign up for the Air Force because I was going to surprise her.
Oh.
And make her proud that your baby boy is making plans to get out of this fuck shit ass place called Pensacola.
Yep.
Long story short, signed up right there. And then when I called Tyrone, mad as he is about everybody when Tyrone don't get his way.
Uh-oh.
Hey, bro. Well, what you mean? I thought we was going to do this together. Well, my mama said.
You can't argue with my mama said. That's
Tyrone, go ahead.
That's a true story. I remember that.
Hey, yeah. So, once again, not really. So a lot of the decisions that I made while in the military, I didn't even know what I was doing. So as far as we're talking about taking shots or even signing up, maybe I would do something different that I would not have done anyways. Now I do look back on the military and I appreciate every moment in it because it has made me the man that I am today, good and bad.
Right.
Although we serve this country who don't give a shit about us, I love the work that I did while I was there. Because you cannot take that from me. You can't take that from TR. You can't take that from Mark L. Go ahead, Mark.
I was gonna say, and just circling back on that, just that is the risk, or I should say, that is what you take into account when you go and you sign your life away, which is literally, you hear these phrases throughout your life. Oh, I'm gonna sign my life away and go to the military, because that's literally what you're doing. You're telling them that this is, I pledge my allegiance to this service, to do this service for this country. Now, so in tying that into what I was talking about, what about these people who did not allegedly sign up in a contract that I'm a medical worker, so you own me now, and that means you can pick and pull and prod and poke me and inject whatever you want, because we're talking about private citizens at this point. We're not talking about military. Military, you were asked to make a choice. Do you want to sign this contract, which will allow us to move you and take you and do this with you and do that with you, but you're a private citizen? Do you think the government has a right to step in and mandate that you take, let's just say, they're going to mandate that you take this strange brew of stuff they came up with all of a sudden.
Bud Ice.
Right. That's all you mandate. That I mandate that it be Bud Ice. But they don't know the effectiveness of this vaccine. They say they know. But we all know how propaganda works, right? So there's a lot of stories. There's a lot of
research being done.
They still research. And now, listen, here's the kicker. So those of us who did go ahead and take the vaccine, Dylan because he wanted to get on the boat.
No, Trina wanted me.
Okay, Dylan because he got on the boat. I'm not going to say who wanted to, but we're going to say Dylan because he got on the boat. Trey for her reasons, me for my reasons. TR for his not reasons, if he did or did not get vaccinated.
No, I did.
He did not. So we all have we all have choice, right? So is it then okay for someone to come in and literally mandate you getting this?
This is Yale Radiocast. Thank you for calling in to the Mail Review. Who do we have on the line?
Yeah, baby girl on the line.
Hey, baby girl,
how you doing, baby girl?
I'm doing good. I wanted to comment on this. I'm in the medical field.
Thank you. You are the perfect person. Yes.
A lot of my coworkers feel some kind of way about this situation because they feel like it's the choice that is taken from them. The vaccine, the COVID vaccine, has so many side effects, so many unanswered questions in several countries. Where they have at least 80% of the country vaccinated, the COVID numbers are still going up. People are still dying, and people are still getting sick. Oh. It's not like the vaccine where the chicken pox, where I have a situation where my daughter was in a class with another child who had chicken pox. Their parents were anti-vax. My child did not get the chicken pox. It completely prevented her from getting it. But where COVID vaccine, you have people who are still getting it and still dying from it. Yeah. Just like people who are unvaccinated. So I feel like that should be a personal choice whether you get it or not.
Yes, that's coming from a medical person. That's what I'm saying.
Can y'all
do you
ask
think
baby
that
girl?
the government is overreaching their boundaries?
Yeah. Go ahead, TR.
Oh, sorry,
you gotta,
TR. Go ahead.
Go ahead, TR.
Can you? I'm sorry, Markel, but can y'all ask baby girl? Does that limit you from donating? It's either marrow or blood.
Hold on one second. We will relay his question for a second because he's on the stream as well, so you won't hear him in the studio. TR, go ahead with your question because we'll let you know his question that he has for you.
Yeah. Just ask her because I heard that it limits you on what you used to be able to donate, whether it was marrow, blood, or something. When you get the vaccination, you can't donate either it's blood or marrow or something. Ask her, does that limit you, or has she heard about a limitation of donation as far as medical donations, as far as getting the vaccine? It limits you on something.
Okay, baby girl. So the question TR has posed to you: have you heard anything about people who get vaccinated? Does that limit you from donating blood, platelets, and those types of things? Have you heard any information on that? Because the belief, and I believe what he's saying is that if you do get vaccinated, that limits you from being able to do blood donation or limits you from being able to donate platelets because you have this vaccine.
Good question.
Have you heard anything about that, or is that more of a hearsay thing, or can you speak to that at all?
No, I've actually heard it, but I cannot confirm or deny it that it is true. But it is something that is circulating around. Another thing. I myself did have COVID. I myself is not vaccinated.
Okay.
And when I had COVID, I asked the doctor what strain did I have, and they said they're only testing the different variants on people who are vaccinated and not the people who are unvaccinated.
Wow. So we all still a damn experiment, huh?
Yep.
Jeez, baby girl, thank you for calling in and giving us some insight on that. I do have a question as well because we're talking about these COVID numbers and the death rate. Can you give us any insight on the survival rate of COVID?
Okay, COVID hits everybody differently. Everybody has a different chemical makeup. So there are people who are dying who are vaccinated. There are people who are dying who are unvaccinated. There are people who are around people with COVID all day long and has never had COVID. And then there's somebody who's been around somebody with COVID for 2 seconds and they get it. COVID hits everybody differently. I have a nephew who is 13 years old who just got off the ventilator who is vaccinated. Myself, I had COVID, was unvaccinated, and was in the hospital for 2 weeks in a day.
That's the thing, because I had caught COVID at the beginning of the year with no symptoms, unvaccinated, and I actually lost my father to COVID who was unvaccinated as well. I was just trying to find out, like, who comes across you? Do you see more people survive this? Because we always talk about we've lost this many people or these many people die, but we never talk about the survivors. We never talk about nobody like me or you or the numerous people that I have up under me in my other job that has survived it versus maybe the passings.
That's a good question.
They don't talk about the survivors. I can say this for sure. Before the vaccine, I do home health. They told us, okay, if your client gets COVID, you still got to go to work.
Wow.
I have a client who got COVID before the vaccine came out, got vaccinated, and has had COVID twice.
Wow.
The vaccine.
So what is
had minimal symptoms like loss of taste, loss of smell, something small like that. There's clients that I've had who got COVID right away and died immediately. 7 days later, they're gone. So there's no rhyme or reason to it. Like things that I have seen personally, there's no rhyme or reason. There's people who are dying from having the vaccine, and then the vaccine is giving several people serious side effects. There's people who are reporting that their nuts are swelling. That's a big thing that's going on right now.
What?
Nuts are swelling. That was the
people
thing
who
with
are having
What?
Nicki
Nuts are
Minaj.
swelling.
Whoa. We're not just going to graze over those nuts, man.
Raising nuts is dangerous.
She can't bring up no swelling nuts and graze over.
Swelling nuts?
They're starting to. They're not telling people this, but there are women who are becoming sterile from the vaccine. There are men who are becoming sterile from the vaccine, and they're trying to say, "Oh no, it's not because of that. It's something else."
So
they're trying to hide too much data that is going on.
So the government is controlling our balls too.
See the thing about it. So then that begs the question. Then what are they shooting us up with? What are they actually shooting us up with, and what is the real purpose behind it? Because it seems like now I'll say this as someone as a COVID survivor, because I like I said I had COVID. I'll say I had a runny nose. I lost my sense of smell, but 10 days. Everything went back to normal. But now my thought process is, the good government done gave me the vaccination. So I was not going to die. That's my thought, right?
I have been exposed many times. I have not caught it.
Right.
Before I got vaccinated. I was with you
Yes.
right after you got exposed, before you knew you were exposed.
Wait, you've been with Mark L outside of here? TR.
Oh my goodness.
Never mind. We'll talk about that off the mic. I was
talking to my oldest son about this. He said, "Mama, no one in our whole family has gotten COVID. Most of these people just got vaccinated recently. Been exposed to it for sure.
So you're
Nobody
patient
got it.
zero, as they call it? So you're the person in I Am Legend.
I didn't say that. I'm saying I am speaking to what baby girl was saying about how there's no rhyme or reason. I feel like there may be something genetic going on, some kind of predisposition or something. Because my family, only one of my cousins got it, and no one has. She didn't. She was like was like you. She didn't have hardly any symptoms in it, but she caught it. She was positive.
Right.
No one else has caught it. No one else has caught this in my whole family.
Wow.
But I got other people's families who they lost like several people in rapid succession after getting exposed. I know I was exposed.
Okay.
I ended up like a week later with strep throat. Like that was it. So,
Okay, TR, you have a question, one more comment before we get circle back to baby girl to get her off the line.
No, I was just listening to ask baby girl if she was still on the line. Are there other issues stemming from the COVID vaccination that the public's not hearing besides the nut swelling?
Okay. Baby girl, we want to know the other issues that may be
being glossed over.
Being glossed over aside from our nut swelling that we aren't being informed of, ma'am.
Oh, like I said, there's cardiovascular issues. There's several people who ended up with their cardiovascular system being inflamed after it. There's several things that are there and that they're not telling.
Right.
Because right now, basically, we are the guinea pigs. And another thing that I want to say, because I stated that I was not vaccinated. And at first, I was all for it. And recently, I have a change in heart because my doctor said, "Oh, you shouldn't get it because you may have a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine." But she would not commit to writing a letter at first, but she eventually wrote that letter. But then I went to 3 other doctors, get a second opinion, and nobody can confirm or deny whether I should take this vaccine or not because of my allergy list.
They don't know.
Wow.
Because they don't
Amazing.
know.
Amazing.
Baby girl,
Amazing.
thank you so much for
There
calling
hasn't been
in
enough
today.
research done yet.
We definitely appreciate your call and we definitely appreciate your candor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Definitely, thank you. Good friend of the show. Appreciate it.
Baby
Thank you for
girl,
your call today.
thank you. Follow us on all our streaming platforms, man. We would love for you to keep in communication with us on everything that we talk about here on the Male Review on Yale Radiocast. We appreciate your call in, ma'am.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm a big fan. I stay following y'all.
Stay on the chat, baby.
Tell
All
me,
right.
friend.
Hey, I just want to hear more baby girl.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Call in, baby girl. We
Call
love you.
in, baby girl. We got to give baby girl an award. Thank you.
Right on.
Shout out to Phoenix. I've been exposed a few times to COVID as well, and haven't contracted it either. The crazy thing about that, yes, she was laying right up under my COVID exposed ass, and the crazy thing is, she was sick, and wasn't nothing wrong with me. Although we do know I'm already sick.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
That's Male Review Day, where we gonna call that Ask the Experts About Dialing. Boy, we gonna need about 18 shows for that one.
Yeah.
What baby girl said is true. I just feel there's not enough. The studying, the researching is happening before us. Like the process of figuring it all out is happening. We're just observing it all. The messiness of the whole process.
Right.
We're watching it.
What's pissing me off, what's got me on fire about it, is that how can you mandate something if you really don't fucking know? How?
Right. Now, mind you, I believe in the vaccine. I mean, I do. I believe in the vaccine. Am I going to get shot? Hell no. But I believe in the vaccine.
You believe it exists, but that don't mean you taking it in.
No, because listen, my stocks that are in Moderna, they are skyrocketing.
You believe in the capitalistic side of the vaccine.
It's a great vaccine. No, it's a great vaccine. It's still a great vaccine.
Yeah, Phoenix said, yes, I was sick of your shit.
She was sick, but she was sick of your shit.
I still got 5 days left to change my mind on this.
Is it 5 days?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I gave her, after the initial proposal.
Yes.
I gave her 30 days
to decide.
To change your mind. 30 days. You like? I got 90 days.
Oh, okay.
Don't we hold men to 90 days rule?
I don't believe. Oh, that's that Steve Harvey shit.
No. I just reversed. I just reversed it. I just flipped it. Yeah. She got 30 days. I got like 4-5 more days left. Yep, sure do.
Ain't nobody doing this.
He not changing, Phoenix. He gonna be right there with you.
Look here, Mark, with all that happy shit again.
Yes.
So that was great information about baby girl.
Yeah.
Free balling. Anything else before we get out of here? Because we are at 2:35. 30 minutes to go out hot.
Man, listen. I don't know. Let's give it to the guests. Anything happening in the news that you think men need to discuss?
I think men need to stop talking about
Mm-mm.
men and y'all stuff. Y'all need to talk about something else. Like, what's wrong? Ain't nothing wrong with y'all. Y'all.
Ooh, apparently you don't hear checking the mail.
Shit.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
where were you on these shows?
So this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying ultimately. And I got a psych background, and I learned this through my formal study, but it was confirmed by my observations out in the world. We're human, okay?
Right.
People are human. There's going to be a certain amount of fucked upness that everyone has. A certain amount of fucked upness that every single person has. I don't care how strong your integrity is. I don't care how great you might be. I don't give a fuck. But you still got some fucked upness in you because you're human.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
What I say is just try to be the best you can be to yourself, to your loved ones, to the world.
See, that's why we got to get in here.
And grant grace to yourself and others, and allow for that humanness to be out there. That's it. That's it. Y'all too critical sometimes. Like, you give each other a hard time. Just chill. Just chill. It's human. We got forever to get it right. As long as you're moving forward, doing your best, I can't talk about you.
Okay. TR, go ahead, brother. You can start.
Move the fuck forward. You're not great because you woke up this damn morning. Do something, damn it. You know what I'm saying? Live outside your normalcy. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you said something about we don't address our issues.
I didn't say that.
How did you say?
I said y'all too hard on yourselves and others.
I'm saying you're addressing them too much.
Oh.
Yeah. Y'all critical on yourselves and others.
You know why?
Because we're not getting it right as a community.
No. This is where me and TR disagree on. You know why we're hard on ourselves? And you already know why. Society does not allow us those privileges to make mistakes.
Agree, but maybe the change should happen there.
The change happens.
We don't want to keep feeding that energy that we don't want, right?
The change happens in the people that we're closest to.
And I get that.
So with that said, the people who are closest to us are the women that we love, or the men. See how I'm learning, Markel? That's your shit.
You learning.
Anyway, it's not my shit. I'm just doing it because you know. So, though.
I'm all about people being people.
Markel is all about people being people. So, but that happens with the people that we're closest to, and the standards that we are held to, which hasn't changed much for men, honestly.
You don't think so? I feel like they have.
I just had this conversation with TR earlier, with his lady, and I was kind of joking. And I said, because we talked about how we talk to women, and there have been conversations all this week with how we talk to women, and we should care about their feelings. Fuck y'all.
I'm clutching my pearls.
Fuck y'all.
I got no pearls on right
I don't care about your fucking feelings because I talk to you harsh, nigga.
Okay.
Because the second that you do something wrong, you want me to, baby Derek Jackson your ass into, excuse you, but since you're a queen, it doesn't matter that you fucked up all the money and that you got pregnant by another man and that you wrecked the car. But since you done all that fuck shit, you're still a beautiful black woman. Fuck all that. You fucked up. I'm going to tell you, your stupid ass fucked up. How concerned are you with how y'all deliver your content to the man you're with? Because when that man messes up, you give him the business. Let that man fuck up the rent money or the mortgage money on gambling.
He gets
so you mean to tell me your stupid ass didn't care about Lil Day and all these kids, and you went to gambling on the Falcons? Nigga, you could have betted it on the motherfucking Pittsburgh Steelers, but on the Falcons with your stupid ass?
First of all,
what you did. You could have betted on the Bears, but it was the Falcons, you stupid motherfucker.
I got two problems with them statements. One, why would you ever bet on the Pittsburgh Steelers? Shout out Phoenix. I know you listening.
What I'm saying is,
Chicagoan, I would never bet on the
What I'm saying is, they give us the business when we mess up, right?
Right.
They don't care about how we felt about it. And by the way, your dick really ain't that big.
Oh my God! Wait.
By the way,
size don't matter really.
We're going to that.
By the way, they give us the business when we mess up.
And you know why?
Because we're men. And we're supposed to be able to take. No.
Patriarchy didn't do that.
No. Okay. But guess what? Fuck patriarchy. I done heard a collective of fucking this motherfucker right here, that motherfucker right there, and that motherfucker right there saying we women and we stronger than all y'all. Shut the fuck up. You literally said you stronger than us, and then I said, you know that wig on your head is crooked. Oh, you hurt my feelings. You shouldn't have talked to me that way because I'm a woman. But your wig was crooked. Was it not?
I was trying to help. Snap that shit down like a fitted.
I don't believe in this.
So what I'm saying is, that's what he's saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we're gonna kill it, we're gonna kill it. But at the end of the day, we're held to some shit societally that we can't break, and it ain't just patriarchy that did it. It's what patriarchy has created in women that the person closest to us, who is a woman, will never break. You're the man.
Patriarchy is something that is the influences of patriarchy is there. That is we're all taught that same system.
Yes.
Regardless
True.
of gender. It's look, I used to argue with my sister. One of my sisters, I got 3 sisters. One of my sisters, when her little boy, she got her oldest is a boy. When he was little, and she had the second child, was a girl. They're a year apart. She would, when the little boy would fall, she would say, "Get up! Ain't nothing wrong with you." When the girl would fall and hurt herself, "Oh, come here, mama's baby." I said, "You know what you're teaching your son and you teaching your daughter? You realize what you're teaching them by way of treating them differently when they fall. His hurt ain't less than hers. She ain't, he ain't better equipped. He's 3. He's not better equipped to deal with pain than she is. He's 3.
Here go Toronto, y'all.
There
we go. There you go.
You're teaching your girls
what you saying?
Okay to
I don't know.
You're teaching your boys that they not supposed to hurt or show pain. And that's women. I had a friend in grad school. She said a man ain't nothing if he don't have no money. I said, so he can't be a man unless he got money. That's what you're saying. So his manhood basically is attached to his pocketbook. So nothing else makes him anything special except that.
That's what I been
saying. So now, think about what you're saying now. Think about what you're teaching by saying these are women. These are women. So I am one who will say wholeheartedly that patriarchy has fucked y'all up. And that we're all responsible, regardless of gender, for perpetuating that system.
Well, I ain't even got to finish my statement. That's actually where I was going. That we all are obligated.
Well, we touched on it in the past.
It
touches all of us.
You rounded up where I was trying to go. Like we all.
I got you.
I'm cussing. I'm cussing everybody out. And it ain't because of your titties. I'm not. Hey, look here. Me and Tyrone go at each. Look here, man.
But y'all got years to this though. We have to break the system. We can't keep buying into it and propagating the same shit.
But that's the problem.
We gotta break it down. How do you break it? You break it by saying, no, we're not doing this. It's okay to cry, man. It's okay to show emotions other than anger or joy. It's okay for your sons to when they fall and scrape their knee. It's okay to pick them up and say, "Oh, come on, little brother." It's okay. Give it up. It's okay.
And I've literally argued with my baby moms about this because, my son was going through some things and she said something about him crying like a girl.
See? Yeah.
As if men aren't allowed to cry.
Mm-hmm. And that crying is a problem.
Or that crying is a problem. Now, me being a crybaby by nature, fuck you, Tyrone. Fuck you. Let me mute his mic.
I'm a Cancer.
Hold on, I got this.
You mute his mic.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
Sometimes he do that.
So that's what I'm saying.
Iron fist.
You with me?
So, listen. Now, the whole thing is, I've never said, because I've tried to inject him with that be a man thing, with the slant of understanding that you still can release your feelings.
Be emotional.
You still are
now,
human.
And this is why. Every man ain't a strong man. And even just because you got that hard exterior, you could be weak as hell on the inside. And I've always said this, the second that you allow a man to not release his feelings, you're creating a volcano. And when that volcano erupts,
what can you do?
Everybody pays for it.
Yeah.
Everybody pays for it. So I would never want my son to feel like he can't express his feelings to the point that he got to commit suicide because nobody gives a fuck about his feelings.
Right.
Yeah.
Then society says, well, what happened? Bitch, you happened.
Yeah.
We're all responsible for the co-creation of that problem.
True.
Gender don't.
TR offers the rebuttal. TR with the rebuttal statement.
I know he coming with it.
Go ahead. My brother.
My brother.
So I
can perceive.
I feel like raising our kids is just as complex as raising ourselves or developing ourselves or running ourselves. Your child doesn't need that blanket of brittleness that you offer them on every situation because every situation is separate. I mean, look, it's sometimes you're gonna have to tell your child that creates a brittle soul. You need to toughen up in that element. or hey, it's okay to cry right there, whatever. And there's been a situation here recently where I told an individual, okay, I see you're very upset with this shit. And I understand that. Being the understanding person that I am, you got 24 hours. I'm gonna come back to you and you're gonna have a circumvent solve on this. Why? Because we needed to correct this situation and then time was the element. So on the other side of that, here's where that is. On the other side of that, you done fixed the problem. Then you don't even have time to worry about it. You look back and say, well, that wasn't a bad problem after all. So you got to watch what you allow that person to dwell in. Because a person that dwells in negativity and sadness all their life don't know nothing but that. And that becomes normal to them.
True.
That becomes commonplace to them. And you try to tell that person, if you want to be a better person, you're going to have to understand sometimes you need to go over there to get better. Sometimes you just can't stay here and be sad. You see what I'm saying? And maybe the world don't agree with me, but guess what? But guess what?
We're not disagreeing.
There's no
I actually agree. I think my state is go ahead, get off your chest so you can move on.
You can move.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and deal with it. If you want to release it, release, and let's get back on this goddamn horse.
Right.
Daddy, she didn't like me. Okay, cry, nigga. Okay, now go get the other 900 chicks that's in your phone with you.
Right.
Because my son.
Nephew ain't no hoe.
No, yeah.
That's the thing.
No one,
Nephew ain't
male or female, no matter what the gender, you should not be over here getting led by the nose by your feelings.
And we are all in agreement with that. I agree with that. I agree with you, TR. I definitely agree with you, Trey. I definitely agree with you, Dialine. But here's the issue: the fact that patriarchy for so long has set up this environment where there were no options. We should be a more evolved people at this point, where there are now options. And now, like when we had Therapist G on the show speaking directly about men's psychology and things of that nature and the things that men deal with, that's the same concept. Now, let's make sure we offer those avenues for our sons and our daughters so that the patriarchy, which we are trying definitely to kill and shine light on and get rid of, but it still pops up in the weirdest ways, in the oddest places. It's so ingrained, and it's a system. It's a whole system to this. Being able to go ahead and emote, get over it, and move forward is the big thing, y'all. That's the big thing. So, hey, with that being said, let me just say it's been great having Dr. Trey in the studio today.
Yes, it has.
And the conversation has been lively. Thank you to baby girl for calling in and giving us some medical information on the vaccine, and definitely
we gotta have her back.
We will have her back. We'll have her back. We'll definitely have her back. We'll try to make sure and absolutely tell all your friends about the show. Today was free balling. We were just kind of talking, just chatting, because we had been out the studio for a minute. So a lot of times we like to get back and just talk to each other and figure out, hey, where do we stand today? Is TR gonna cuss Mark L out like every other day?
we gotta check on each other. We gotta check on each other.
We got to.
We're starting that. That's where it starts. It starts right here, checking on each other, talking to each other.
That's where it starts. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today on the Mail Review. Thank you for coming on the ride with us, myself, Mark L., my brother, Ballin, Yale. Thank you, Dr. Trey, and brother TR. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all get some parting shots in. Brother Ballin, what's your parting shot on today's free balling show, my brother?
Actually, before I continue with anything, want to give a shout out to one of the dedicated listeners of Yale Radiocast, Patrice, who had just lost her son last week. I think her son was like 19, 20 years old. And she was supposed to be laying him to rest today. That will be continuing tomorrow. And so this is real personal to me. It's real hard when we talk about as parents laying our kids to rest.
Something we should.
That's something that we feel that we should never have to do. That's why I had my little moment right there, because I've talked to my son about suicide. Now this wasn't that case, but I just want to give a shout out to her and just send the condolences and love from
the family of Yale Radiocast to her in this time of need. She contacted me and she asked me to put together a little slideshow video reel for her son. Because the crazy thing is, he always critiqued the music here on Yale Radiocast.
Good.
Yes, I always called me Dylan. She knew my name was Dylan. I'm gonna have my music on Mr. Dylan's show. And so what I will be doing once I receive that music, I will be playing it here on Yale Radiocast as a dedication to Patrice and her family. So that's my thing. The second thing is shout out to everybody that supported us on this journey that we were putting together this outstanding event called the Indie Circuit Concert and Car Show, which is, it did not happen. But we do have plans of moving forward.
Yes.
As we talked about earlier, that crying and shit, I was in the corner crying.
I mean,
TR will tell you. TR will tell you. TR, go ahead and give everybody a follow up with where we at with what we got coming up.
Okay. Look, it is what it is. We honestly appreciate. Look, words, and you see how I'm stuttering. Words can't come to the support that we have had talking about even the cancellation of this show. The cancellation of this show was, we was reaching out to everybody, and you can ask Ballin, we was in a mad dash. When I came up there, we was in a mad dash trying to get people back their money that wanted their money, as far as tickets. And let me tell you something, the people support us so well out there. Sometimes we figure, and Ballin, I used to talk shit about the support or lack thereof. Let me tell you something. When somebody buys a ticket and you can't do a show and they tell you, don't worry about it. That was for you. That was for y'all. For us to stay afloat. You dig what I'm saying? Because I mean, it wasn't one ticket sold. It wasn't 5 tickets sold. It wasn't 10 tickets sold. Or I would even say it was well more than 40 tickets sold, people. Of people that supported us so much. They said,
and that was just the online sales.
That was just online. Yeah. And they were like, don't worry about it. So we are definitely guaranteeing free pass to all of those people. We're getting back in contact with y'all individually. Y'all are definitely coming to the show. The show coming up in April. The show is going to be huge, bigger than the other one. And let me tell you something, that didn't do nothing but crack open the animals that are in front of you right now, which is Ballin, Yale Williams, TR. We have solidified right now, people, 4 events from this weekend going forward with all the artists that we had building up to the actual concert in spring.
Right. This starting with this one on the screen right now. It is the Indie Circuit Showcase, October 24th, which is A3C Festival weekend. And for those hip hop heads who don't know or who do know, they know this is the biggest weekend of hip hop in Atlanta. A3C is a representation of all 3 coasts where people come down and they network. It's a networking event. It's a conference event. It's a performance event that goes on for a week here in Atlanta. So we have solidified a location for us to participate in the A3C weekend for those artists some of the artists who were set to perform on the concert. We will still deliver them to you at this event and more events moving forward. Right, T?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Ballin, can you tell them the address? Because we're going to start telling y'all how to get there.
Oh, yeah. It is at pregame.
We know 2 things. We know 2 things. Black people are always late and they always get lost. So we just circumvent that. We just remedy that.
Yes. So 899 MLK Drive, which is currently called Pregame. Now the thing about Pregame, this is how the world and God operates. Pregame once again was called GME Lounge. Okay. GME Lounge in 2011, 2012, 2013 is where me and Spicy, Women in the Mic, started our journey doing promotions and events here in Atlanta. So to me, coming back to a location where I started all this at, it was only meant to be. See how God works, man? So we will be continuing what we do for the public at one of the locations that we started our showcases with. I love that right there.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Right. And we're gonna keep circling back around to the address, because baby girl, nurse baby girl, we want you there.
Nurse baby.
We want you there. I don't know your whole entire title. I don't know if it's a nurse doctor,
baby girl. Doctor baby girl.
I don't know.
Dr. Trey and nurse baby girl.
Yeah.
That's gonna be on Markel After Dark.
Yeah. This nigga.
So we do have that event and location solidified on the 24th, once again, for A3C Festival Weekend. And once again, there is the concert on April the 30th, and there are some other things leading up. So please stay tuned.
Yes.
What did not happen on September 25th was not meant to happen, for a reason to bring some more for everybody who enjoys Yale Radiocast, Yale Entertainment, RTV, the podcast up under us, Rap Analytics, the Male Review, Women in the Mic, and oh man, stay tuned. So thank you, Trey, for coming in. Dr. Trey, I'm gonna get that instrumental. I'm gonna get that goddamn instrumental. I'm gonna get that doom.
Somebody gotta make me one.
We got you.
We can't get hit with clearances.
Alright, I need my original stuff.
Okay, so we're gonna work on Dr. Trey intro music. Markel, go ahead and sign us out, brother.
Hey y'all, thanks again for coming to show up for us today. We definitely appreciate it. We love you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the flagship show. I'm going to say it again. The flagship show on Yale Radiocast, the Male Review. You have just been hit, or should I say kicked, by the leg, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. As always, y'all, thank y'all for all of your support and all. We definitely appreciate you. We appreciate you showing us love. And as always, the motto is get
the business. Holla.
Yale Radiocast.